Hey everybody, welcome back to Starfyre Gaming. I am Sir Joseph, and this is Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. And we are in the prison looking for the hand of the Inheritor. We just got that scimitar. I forget the name of it already, but we just got it. Dawnflower's Kiss, that's what it was. We got that all nice and done up and released that spirit of that priestess. Got the corruption all removed, well, at least partially removed from us. Yep, mostly removed. It's almost all gone. That's good. We explored a lot of it. There's like a gate here, or here, one of these places. There's a gate that we can't get in to see this area. We're gonna get this door, and then we still got all of this area and this area here to deal with. So, with that, let's go. Who are you? You're no guard and no servant of Baphomet. I can't see you, but I can smell this is so. And I can smell that you're strong. Very strong. Whoever you are, I thank you for my freedom. Please accept my humble gift. Alright. The Ashen Lady. For your mercy and your martial prowess, I grant you the Ashen Death, a death to be gifted with respect and love. That doesn't sound really good. Well, there's no...
Let us be off.
Alright. And they're taking the point at 0 damage. Ah, I'm immune to the Ashen Curse. Alright. Alright. Let's see if this gate's up, just to... Is there another door? There was another door over here, too. We'll come back to this door. I want to see if this gate is open. Oh, I remember this hallway. This was terrible with all the explodey dretches. The explodey dretches were mean. Yeah, see this gate here. Still open. So we can't get in, or closed, so we can't get into that area. actually never went down here, did we? Well, good thing we came back.
Let's move.
Well, it didn't hurt.
Follow me.
There's more stuff. Good thing we came back. We found more area that we didn't do.
March on.
This will leave a bruise.
Wow. That was terrible.
The goddess protects us.
Patrizio Turino! Magritio Turino! Magritio Turinos! Magritio Turino!
So the rocks were a little more dangerous than they let on to be.
Magritio Turinos!
Got a big hole.
Onwards.
Got an adamantine golem. The scrolls look old. So old they might just crumble to dust in a single touch. Unfinished golem with small gems installed in its eyes.
Something over there.
A drooling Demodon stares at you dully. What's that? An emerald. Bed is covered with old moldy sheets that haven't been changed in a long while. Eyeballs. Always good to get eyeballs.
I finished here. Is there more?
This bookshelf is full of rare arcane tomes, so ancient that even the dust that rests on them is priceless.
Let us be off.
This undead was desecrated or dissected with great skill and care. The pages of this book are hopelessly ruined. It is no longer possible to read it. However, the soothing aura around it persists despite Baphomet's minions' best efforts. Alderpash. Let's find out who Alderpash is. The room you're in looks more like a palace than a prison. Every part of it is impeccably clean, despite the fact that the cell's inhabitant has been dead for millennia. The words coming out of the dead man's mouth catch you off guard. Why, hello there, my dear. I've been waiting and waiting, wondering what my guest was up to and why he hadn't shown up yet. Don't be shy. Have a seat and eat your heart's content. When you're someone important, you don't talk business standing up, do you? And we do have business to discuss. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Alderpash, Rune Lord of Wrath, a destroyer and a conqueror, the great tyrant of Bakra Kahan. Doesn't ring any bells? I understand. Many millennia have passed, and all of them I have spent in this prison as Baphomet's captive. It's been a while since I've strolled around Galorian. My heart was still beating back then. It wasn't until later that I became a lich. Ugh. Wasn't fond of the idea of dying a prisoner here, you see. Well, that's all beside the point. The guards tipped me off that you had barged into this prison, and I thought fate might bring you to my doorstep. I've been expecting you since. A marvelous find. I've long been looking for a sufficiently old but sentient undead specimen to test my theories about the onset of postmortem senility. You, Mr. Mummy, we're going to run a few cognitive tests. I will say a word. The rest of Nenyo's monologue is drowned out by Alder Pesha's creaking laughter. Trust me, young lady, I'm in no danger of going senile. But I like you. Reading. You remind me of an acquaintance of mine. It's been such a long, long time. She was good, both at work but this is no time for reminiscence, and even less so for experiments. Rumors about you have been going around the abyss for a while now. Rumors fly free, you see. Can't snare them, can't cage them. Even down here, in the deepest dungeons, a tale flies by every now and again about the time you took Dresden from the demons, or about the time a goddess and a demon came to coax you to their side. I've long since wanted to see you for myself and take your measure. You feel the dead eyes fix their gaze on you. What are you even? A crossbreed of a human and one of those beasts that crawled out of the earth after Earthfall? I would never have thought, after all of these great feats, could have been performed by such a creature. What can I say? Our world is full of mysteries. I want to know more about you. By all means, I see no reason to tell you. I've got some impressive stories to share. I was a great tyrant in life. The good folk were scared witless of me. And in death, as you can see, my power is nothing to sniff at. I continue my explorations on magic, the kind that your generation knows nothing about. Go ahead, my dear, ask away. He gives you a benevolent smile. So we have a common enemy in Baphomet? Indeed. Alas, I haven't had the pleasure of wounding him by my own hand, although I'd dearly love to spill his guts. Yes, I've heard about your feat, ever since he rushed back to his abyssal realm and locked himself up in his citadel. Everyone's been going on and on about you, my dear. What kind of mortal is this that managed to injure our mighty lord? Alderpesh lowers his voice in a confiding manner. He won't soon forget you. He may be ancient, but he's such a child at heart. He's been the same ever since he was created. All he cares about are his grudges. Asmodeus wounded him. Lamashtu left him. Discari doesn't see him as an equal. Nocticula refuses to bed him. He's a walking collection of scars. His wounds are his essence. So you take heed now. Tell me of your great accomplishments. They don't teach you youngsters anything these days. Then listen well. 10,000 years ago, there was the great empire of Thessalion, and no nation of today could hold a candle to its glory. It was led by Emperor Zin in accordance with the seven virtues of rule. His reign was long, but ended in tragedy. Zin was deposed by seven stewards, who then split Thessalion between them, or Thessalion. They twisted the virtues of rule for the sake of their ever-growing power, and created the magic of seven vices. By the way, those spells of yours, all those silly schools, they were all based on our concepts. Except you lot have lost track of their substance, the power itself, over the centuries. These seven great mages of yore called themselves Rune Lords, the first of whom was me, Alderpash, Lord of Bakrakahan, Rune Lord of Wrath. I'm not going to list all my deeds, that would be boastful. But let's just say I've spilt enough blood to fill all the rivers of Golorion, and the tears of my actions could do the same thrice over. Yes, my reign was grand and glorious, and they would tremble at the mention of my name for many centuries to come. You don't look like a villain to me. Alderpash snickers gleefully. Why, that's because I'm not one. They just call me that, and for what? Was putting 7,000 slaves on stakes for their rebellion an act of villainy? I had the well-being of others in mind. I gave them a warning so they wouldn't die a horrible death. As for plundering my neighboring kingdoms and beheading my servants, there's no evil in that at all. That's just the daily life of any ruler. I am prone to fits of temper, yes, but only when there's a reason. If someone failed me, I'd smite them without mercy, it's true. But such lack of restraint is a part of my power and my talent. That's just what we Rune Lords of Wrath are. I remember about 1,000 or so years ago, I was first thrown in here. A woman by the name of Alasnitz came to visit. She was a fierce one, too. Ripped my skull off and took it with her as a trophy. Ha ha. Then she went to Bakrakahan, found the one who was the Rune Lord of Wrath at the time, the third one after me, executed his wife and 7 children, and made the ruler himself into an undead. She kept whispering to my skull, asking for advice. She really took a shine to me. She was something, that one. The last Rune Lord of Wrath in history, mind you. So, I'm not angry with her about the skull. Why would I be? I was reborn for my flackery anyways. Good as new. Where do you keep your flackery? I don't think he's going to tell us that. Alderpash smirked slyly. What a curious question. And what, pray tell, do you need this knowledge for, my dear? Methinks you shouldn't be troubling that clever young head of yours with secrets like that. Let's say you find out where it is, and then what? Let's say you destroy it. Why would you? But why would you? We're not enemies, we're allies. Besides, you couldn't find it if you tried. I'm no buffoon. My phylactery is hidden in a safe place, far from here. His soft, harmless chuckle could have fooled many, but you notice his hand twitching as soon as you mention the phylactery. So it's not far from here. I want to learn more about your magic research. Oh, my dear, I've been keeping busy with all sorts of things over the centuries. I bet you youngsters haven't even heard a whisper about the magic of sin. When Baphomet locked me in here, he wrapped me up in his spells good and tight. The enchantments were so powerful, it bound my soul to this very cell. The thing I've attempted to circumvent his handiwork. Conjuring golems to spread my power beyond the walls of this prison, moving my conscience in other bodies, So many minds obliterated in that particular effect, and all for naught. When I grew desperate, I whipped up some fanciful undead, just to vex Baphomet and lay waste to his jail. Must have slaughtered half the labyrinth, then stopped. It was too much of a hassle. I'm just bragging at this point. For you to understand my discoveries, you'd have to study my apprentice for an age or two. Study as my apprentice for an age or two. You know what kind of education mages used to get? Far beyond anything they teach these days. Needless to say, I've hidden my most valuable creations and treasures far from this place, so that Baphomet can't get his hands on any of them. The guards assigned to me were so kind as to accept a modest bribe to carry them out of the prison to store somewhere safe. Ah, how bad did we fail? By one. That sucks. You realize you don't have the knowledge to comprehend the depth of Alderpash's studies of the arcane. Now everything is clear, except we failed that one knowledge test. Alderpash wags his finger at you. You spring chickens are all so hasty. Wait until your hair grows white. Then you will see how little was actually clear to you in your youth. Tell me about the ineluctable prison. Well, what are you interested in, my dear? I know a fair bit. My guards, you see, some of them like coin, and some of them are just afraid of me. So they tell me everything. I listen to their confessions each and every day. That's why I know all about the secret paths through this maze here, and a thing or two about the inmates. How do I find my way through the labyrinth? Well, what do you think demonic pathways are for? Haven't you seen the arcane symbols inscribed all over the place? Those fiendish scribbles are for the portals you need. They tie all the cells together, and the demons hop right through them. If there's a place you need that's of any importance whatsoever, it'll have magic symbols like that. I'm looking for Iomedes' Herald. He is being held here. His eyes he rolls his unnerving eyes. The noisy fellow. Honestly, all that screaming. I know they're torturing him, but still. I wish I could take his melodious throat and weld it shut with white-hot lead so he'd stop bothering everyone else. But no, can't get to him. They're holding him in the most secure torture room of all, and the warden always keeps the coveted key close by. Who in this prison can help me fight Baphomet? Alderpesh laughs, bearing his strong yellow... reading is hard. Alderpesh laughs, baring his strong, large, yellowish teeth. Oh, my dear, this dungeon is full of those who wish Baphomet ill. There's a catch, though. Most of them are dead as muttons. Not like me. I mean, properly dead. Their bones are dust. Nothing but a ghost left. They're not going anywhere. That's the magic of the ineluctable prison for you. They sit here all locked up and cry. Oh, how they cry. And when the angel was brought in to be tortured, they all found themselves a cranny to hide in. Take a peek between the stones. You'll find someone who can tell you something useful. Tell me about the history of this place. The ineluctable prison is Baphomet's favorite toy. But no matter how much he brags about it, it's not of his making. Back when Baphomet was still a lusty young goat, he was itching to impress his mother and lover, Lamashtu, and he thought stealing the Prince of Darkness's most treasured scepter was a fantastic idea. Like any other foolish endeavor, it all ended in tears. Asmodeus caught the thief by the horns, gave him a good spanking, burned his cattle brand on Baphomet's forehead, and threw him into the ivory labyrinth to rot in darkness and utter rancor. That's where the Prince of Darkness made his blunder. As my subjects knew well, before imprisoning a thief, one should cut off both their hands, for that is the only way to wean them off this awful habit. Baphomet called to his esteemed mother, but Malamashtu refused to save such an embarrassment, and our little goat was left all alone. I don't know what he did to get the demon lord Areshkagal's attention, but she took a sudden interest in his troubles and gave him a clue about how to escape. Don't go thinking she's some paragon of mercy, though, however. She's still a demon, and her gift was poisoned. In his attempt to make sense of Areshkagal's words, our goat drove himself quite insane, which undoubtedly brought his benefactor a great deal of entertainment. Yet he managed to solve her riddle, and once he did, he stole the ivory labyrinth and brought it to the abyss. He couldn't leave, you know, such was Asmodeus's will, but technically, he never left. He was still in the maze, a true rascal. The labyrinth became the heart of his realm that he formed in the abyss after his escape. He must have been feeling nostalgic for the good old days. How else can you explain the fact that he turned a seal burned on his brow by Asmodeus into his second personal symbol? I guess the little hornhead missed the good old days when he was tortured by the Prince of Darkness's rack. How did you end up here? I was betrayed, my dear. Sorsen, Rune Lord of Lust, was nothing compared to me, yet she wanted to take my place as the leader and found a source of truly legendary powers. Naturally, I was furious and thought I'd do away with this upstart. To even the odds, I made a deal with Baphomet. I borrowed a part of his might and promised to give him Sorsen when I was done playing with her. Oh, she was a wild one. But the Lord of Beasts came to me and demanded payment when I was just putting my cunning plans into motion. It goes without saying that Baphomet was more interested in taking me instead of some Sorsen. So, under the pretext of me breaking the terms of our pact, he seized me. A show of treachery on his part, yes, but what else could you expect from a demon? Not all prisoners are allowed this kind of luxury. Don't be fooled, this is just Baphomet's idea of a joke. That weasel wants to remind me every day how much I lost when he captured me. He went to the trouble of making my cell look like my chambers in Bakrahan. My dear, sometimes it takes one look. I take one look at it, and his mind stops mid-sentence, clenching his fists until they crack, and you notice signs of repeated rigorous restoration all around. Looks like Alderpash has a number of fits of temper over the centuries of his imprisonment. Failed to knowledge world. Wow, gosh. I failed that one by a little bit more than one. Judging by the garish, rich, and somewhat tasteless interior of Alderpash's chambers, the notion of luxury hasn't changed much over the ages of his confinement. Everything is clear to me now. That's wonderful, my dear. The youth are so full of curiosity this day and age. What sort of business do you have with me? Here's the thing. I've grown weary of sitting here, and I can't escape. I've tried so many things, every trick in the book, nothing. Baphomet placed enchantments on me to hold me in this cell and utterly refused to let me walk out that door. And anti-magic spells have never been my forte. I've always believed incineration to be the best defense against enemy sorcery. And here I am, languishing in here. Would you, my dear, kindly help me escape? I'd make it worth your while. What do you say? What kind of payment will I get for helping you? I have something that could prove useful to you. Back when I was still alive, I was interested in a certain plane called Jandalay, a remarkable place, a cinema of sorts, the graveyard of dead planets. Getting there is tricky, but I managed to capture one of the guardians of that plane. I wore them down in a torture chamber, wriggling some of their knowledge from them before they perished. He traces an unfinished rune on the table with his finger. This is part of the rune of Jandelay that offers protection from chaos. A substantial asset in a war against demons, don't you think? Help me regain my freedom, and I'll teach you or your servants how to inscribe this rune. What will you do if you get out of here? Alderpash says in a nonchalant tone, well, first, I'll get my kingdom back. I'll enslave the populace, conquer my neighbors, maybe commit genocide against some particularly unruly nation. Build myself an army by taking children from their mothers and putting the latter to the sword. Orphans make for loyal troops, you know. I'll clap everyone else in irons and make them work without a moment's rest until my coffers are overflowing. Those who are useless in both war and work will be cut down in mass sacrifices. Basically, I'll make myself comfortable and lead a quiet existence without bothering anyone. Not bothering anyone. Nah, I'm not going to do that. No. Clicking his tongue, Alderpash shakes his head disapprovingly. Young people are so quick to judge, and I was so close to swearing that the misdeeds I'll commit when I'm free won't affect you. Think about this some more, my dear. No rash decisions now. I have to go. He waves his hand absent-mindedly. Yes, yes, off you go, my dear. Yeah, we're going to leave him here. All right.
My tail is restless.
Oh.
Let's move.
All right. That was interesting. I'm going to guess that did nothing for the gate over here, but let's go check anyways. Yep, that did nothing for the gate over here. All right. Let's head back. There's a secret door over here, if I remember correctly. Not over there. Where was that secret door? There was a secret door around here somewhere. The other side of these. Oh, it was over here. Loots. Howling Doom.
I'm glad I was useful to you.
No, that wasn't. Alright, let's see what that Howling Doom is. It's a bastard sword, though, and +5 Furious Bastard Sword. Lands a killing blow. It casts Greater Shout at 18th level. Eh. Alright, so now we need to come down to here. Yep, okay. This way.
March on.
Oh, another one of them rolling boulder things. Bloody writing on the body reads, "Commander, my death is on your conscience."
I sense something.
Onwards.
Alright, well, this is obviously where the prison is, that's my guess.
Let us be off.
Alright, let us be off. We got some Minotaurs, statue of Baphomet.
Please, allow me. I will resist!
Oh, do I have her buffs on? I don't know if I have her buffs on. Whoa, how did she get down to 1 hit with that one of those rock things that I didn't notice? That sucks. So both of them had their I can't go below 1 hit point things used up already. That's terrible.
Patritium Tuinos!
Prepare yourself! Disappear.
Into the fray!
Oh, there's another Minotaur there.
Forward!
Desna, guide my hand!
All right.
My will is resolute.
Magritio. Turino. Magritium Turinos.
No, we don't want to cast that one.
Magritium Turino.
All right. Here are these obelisks. Braces of armor. Earthbreaker. Loot. The immense statue is watching you impassively. Its horned head suddenly leans forward and gives you a sly wink. It's still not too late to kneel before me. If you admit here and now that you have no master other than me, I'll grant you permission to take your own life swiftly and painlessly. For the last time, let the hand of the Inheritor go. You're too late. Whatever you're waiting for in the depths of my labyrinth is no longer the angel they called the hand of the Inheritor. Now it is just a clot of insanity and pain, tainted and deserving nothing but contempt. What will you do with him, even if you save him? You're not actually expecting me to kill myself, are you? Why not? I'm showing you a great mercy by allowing you to bleed out right now, before my executioners get to you. You've heard the screams of the angel, or rather, my angel. What riddle are you going to ask me this time? The statue lurches into motion, its heavy footfalls causing the earth to shake. No more riddles, only ruin. And it's time you return to dust, foolish mortal creature.
I will defend my dream.
Well, this one's probably going to be a tougher fight. What do we got here? Statue of Baphomet. Damage reduction 20, exceptions evil. Let's see, immunities, fear, compulsion, poison, charm, stun, death, ability score damage, drain energy, negative, positive spell immunity. That doesn't sound good. Yep, immune. That's not good at all.
Make your peace.
Alright, you can do damage to him, not that badly.
Aborone Sende.
There we go. One down.
We won't falter!
Of course, he hits on twos as well, so that's not necessarily a good thing.
Cover me, all right?
The light, take you!
I will resist.
Okay, even not flat-footed, they still do pretty good damage, so. +4 glaives. Alright, let's go to the potions.
I tire of waiting.
Drinking potions, drinking potions, drinking potions. All right. Let's see what horrors lie behind this. Okay. Now you got to find the hand. He's been tortured a ton. Says he's insane. Oh yeah, he looks pretty bad. Shield's got Baphomet's icon on it. He's got bat wings now. This is probably going to be a fight. Well, we've got some. The tall shadow shifts towards you slightly. You see a familiar form. The familiar golden armor, but how much has changed? A malevolent glow streams from the pierced breastplate and cracked helmet, but the change goes much deeper than that. All signs of life and emotion have been drained from the hand of the Inheritor. His movements are sharp and precise and mechanical. The gestures impersonal and hollow, as is his voice. Commander Joseph Starfyre, I've been waiting for you. Yeah, the Lord of the Labyrinth has revealed his plan to me. The former herald of Iamete speaks in a monotone, as if he is commenting on the weather. He used me to open portals to your lands. He said my soul reached out to you. I do not know why, out of vengeance or as a plea for help, or perhaps merely out of habit. Baphomet told me you would come for me, and that he would prevail either way, whether I destroy you or you destroy me. Former allies tearing each other to shreds can only benefit him. Curious, most curious indeed. What's that black liquid oozing out of you? Blood? Unlikely. Hold on now, don't move. I need to take a sample. In a swift motion, Nenyo catches a drop of the slimy fluid seeping out of the holes in the hand's armor with the tip of her finger and sniffs it, then suddenly licks it clean. Bleh, Nenyo, that's disgusting. Definitely not blood. Phlegm? Sap? Ectoplasm? It's closest to sap. Hypothesis: some angels are of plant origin. Angel of light, what has that monster done to you? Arishaleia looks at the hand of the Inheritor in horror. I've seen those who have fallen low because of their own foolishness, because of others' temptations, my own temptations. But you never even had a choice. You have not made a single mistake, yet you have been corrupted by brute force. What has Baphomet done to you? He killed me without letting me die. The echo of Discari gave him some suggestions on how to sustain me and how to use me further. That Baphomet is one crafty thief. He snatched a labyrinth from Asmodeus and a herald from Iomede. He'll be swiping Pharasma's throne next at this rate. His behavior is more characteristic of magpies than goats. Note to self, next time I see Baphomet, carefully examine him for any signs of a beak or feathers. The Echo hates me, but his hatred is futile. Once he was sated with my suffering, a new hunger overcame him. Now he craves your torment. You are not what they've turned you into. Fight it, and I'll try to save you. I do not need to be saved, but I thirst for battle. Every crack of the whip, every poisonous spell drove that thirst into me. The time has come to quench it.
Can we retreat already?
Prepare yourself!
Armor class is 43. Flat-footed. Let's see, is the haste spell still going? We are still hasted for 15 seconds, so a couple rounds of haste. It'll need to be reset. So let's start by summoning something to take a little bit of his attention. Oh, probably should have done so. What the heck is that? Ow. Ashen Lady, a shadow. Is prayer still going? Does not seem so. Let's go ahead and throw prayer up.
Strike with all your might!
Desna, guide my hand! Killing is what I was made for.
Let's go ahead and finish her off. Ah, come on.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
No glory without risk! Huh?
Patrizio Turinos!
We can do it!
Wow, this guy's tough as hell. His armor class is 53 now that he's no longer flat-footed. Those things don't seem to be getting hurt. That's just a little bit. What's their armor classes? 31.
Make your peace. Your struggles end here.
All right, let's see. What can we do with Nenyo?
Audit team.
I won't give up.
Jeebus.
Distract them from me.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Magritium Turinos!
He's still awful good. Use this on him, but he'd hit me because that's the way he does.
Forward!
Got a couple good hits on him.
I will resist.
Audit team.
A little bit of damage. It's not doing near as much as I was thinking it was doing.
I'm wounded. Can it be the end?
Damn it.
Time to share your treasures.
Damn rocks.
The light take you.
Out of heals. Or the big heals. This heals everybody, and I don't want to heal the angel because he's, you know, the angel.
Passione Savitur!
Yeah. There we go.
Prepare yourself.
Nam orma.
No.
Cover me, all right?
No glory without risk.
Running out of heals.
Aborare Sentes!
Begone, fiend!
No, no. That's not what I wanted to do.
Desna, guide my hand.
Got him down some. Let's see. What do we got here? Do you got anything that's like not a attack everything type spell? Well, that did pretty good. Go, Shadow Demon.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
There you go. I don't know why I didn't do this first.
Inimosi travisi.
Nope. Nope. I don't know if that will help any, but we're going to give it a shot.
Make your peace.
Oh, the other one missed. That sucked.
I'm all right. I'm all right.
It's the hand down to 71 hit points. Come on, Will Jiff.
Distract them from me.
You got one in there.
Into the fray. Yeah.
Oh, my little skeleton buddies. They're just distractions.
Inimosi travisi.
Hand is down?
I will resist.
You are strong, but here in my realm, my power knows no bounds. I would have only to will your victory into nothingness, and it would be done. I hope I have to fight him now, because that would be terrible. Minion, be filled with my power and kill the interloper, and I will let you take his heart as I took yours. Oh, we just beat him once. Don't make me have to beat him again.
Against our resolve.
Oh, I gotta fight him again. You guys are all beat the heck up.
Patrizio Turinos!
It didn't lower his hit points. What the heck? What the gosh dang heck, Bobby?
Prepare yourself.
The light. Take you. On it, team.
There we go.
Patrizio Turinos!
Time to share your treasures. Can't you just die already?
Well, he's not near as armor classed up as he was before.
Desna, guide my hand.
The former angel falls to one knee, but even now his movements are lifeless, apathetic. One who has no heart feels no pain. The end is near, as expected. It pains me to see what has become of you. Out of respect of who you once were, I will grant you death. He accepts your words calmly, taking them for granted. Lord Baphomet foresaw this outcome as well. Please, let it all end. Alright, so we've got find the captain, find the queen, learn the queen's fate, get Derry into that place, go to Gravestone Rock, I don't know where that's at, capture all the regions. Alright, well, we overshot by a little bit here, so we'll go ahead and stop it here before we do all of our looting. Again, thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. As always, like, subscribe, comment, tell your friends. Maybe they'll like it too. I have been Sir Joseph. As always, you guys have been awesome. Until next time, stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you later.